Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. I am in a weird mood tonight. Right before I started making the videos, I was busting out a little dance. I'm not real sure. Money in the Bank overall as a pay-per-view coming into the last go-home week of the show. Honestly, to me, I want to say that I'm excited for it, but I'm not really all that pumped for it. I'm not really that sure why. I'm always used to Money in the Bank being the go-home show that gets me to SummerSlam, and for some reason it seems that maybe it was last year, and maybe I just don't remember it, but Battleground being in between Money in the Bank and SummerSlam is a little bit weird to me. I always thought it was Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. Maybe I got lost in some sort of time continuum where I just got sucked into it, but I'm pumped. I'm really ready for SummerSlam. I was really hoping that with the match of Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose being sort of held off as they were being put into the Money in the Bank match for the actual physical briefcase, that I thought I was going to be able to see it at SummerSlam, and more than likely maybe now it's going to go down at Battleground. But there are some matches that are going to be named. Obviously, everybody's going to be looking at the two Money in the Bank matches, the one for the actual WWE Championship, and the other one that people are going to be going for to have the chance to have the contract to be able to go after that title anytime in the upcoming year, where one future star could cash in and become a megastar, basically in the blink of an eye. I can see Cameron of the Funkadactyls, Brodus Clay being released. She's probably going to be getting a matchup against Paige, which is going to lead to the breakup of the Funkadactyls. With Brodus Clay being released, they don't really need to be a team anymore, even though seems like you would want to keep them as a team for the Total Divas show. That's still going strong, with them being travel partners and everything like that, and making them seem like they're best buddies. Maybe having them feud right now. I think they are shooting Total Divas, so maybe that's what they're actually doing this whole storyline for. But as of right now, we only have 3 matches, and the other match is the tag team title match. The Usos going up against the Wyatts, and to me, honestly, both of these teams, as of late, haven't really been hitting on all cylinders. The Wyatts have sort of been dragged down by the Bray Wyatt feud, and the Usos just have been lackeys. Why this match as a whole wasn't put on the Payback pay-per-view, I have no clue. They kept us in the dark about the Usos and the Wyatts basically being out there in the ring for the John Cena versus Bray Wyatt last man standing match at the pay-per-view, even though it was put on the pay-per-view shirt, as it was just sort of planned. I know that Adam Rose and Jack Swagger were put on there as well, and the match never happened due to time constraints, or maybe them just not being in love with Adam Rose on that day. I have no clue why they wouldn't have made that as a part of the match stipulation. I know that the Usos had been out there, and it made sense. They'd had Cena's back in 6-man tags and just running out there to make the save. But it seems to me that the Usos, how they do have wins over, Ryback Soul. They beat the Real Americans, and they beat the Luchadors. What are their names? The El Matadors back at WrestleMania. But to me, honestly, I thought that when they won the championship on Monday Night Raw, when they beat the New Age Outlaws, to me it sort of didn't seem like a real big moment. And them as champs never really meant what I really thought it was going to be. If you go back to what the Usos were, and them having the series of matches going up against the Shield, and them deciding that they were going to start painting their face in order to get them more over and start attacking the Shield and be able to have an up on it. Them actually winning the titles from the New Age Outlaws never really paid off into becoming a big thing. And I know that there is a feud between these guys with basically the Wyatts trying to get back at the Usos for interrupting the match, and helping John Cena. That they've had singles matches on Monday Night Raw and main events, where they were, one guy beat another guy, and then the other guy beat the other guy to get him back to it. But to me, honestly, the Usos need to keep the championships to try to save face and keep going. And then and the Wyatts, they need the titles just to help their own team out, Bray went through the series of matches against John. He didn't get the big win. So we're gonna have to see how that all plays out. But at the pay-per-view, I'm picking the Wyatts to get the win, but I can see the Usos winning. We'll have to see what all plays out. But this is gonna be the tag titles match for Money in the Bank, and we'll have to see what goes down.